Okay, gonna try to get this dream in now. And now my kids are up and running around down here. So just a warning, I'm liable to get interrupted at any minute. Okay, this next dream was on October 26, 2016. And I dreamt I was in a room and I was sleeping. And I was just very tired. And my husband had come into the room to wake me up. And this is in my dream. He walks in and he's like, honey, it's time to wake up. Don't, no. And I specifically, though, remember him saying, don't fall back asleep. Don't go to sleep. Stay awake. Stay awake. So I had heard him come in, and I remember sitting up in bed and going, oh my gosh, I'm just so tired. I'm just so tired. I just want to lay my head back down on this pillow and go back to sleep. And he's like, if you lay your head back down on the pillow, you're going to fall back to sleep. You got to stay awake. So, and then he left. And I remember like it being so tempting to just lay my head back down and just drift off. And I remember literally feeling like intense sleepiness, just fighting it to stay awake. And I'm going to go, and what I'm going to do now is give my interpretation after each part of the dream, because what happens is if I wait to the end, I always forget to explain something. So I'm going to just do it as I go. Okay, so what I feel like this symbolizes is my husband being the bridegroom. He is symbolizing Jesus, and I'm symbolizing the bride, and a very weary bride. and I'm not saying that we're falling asleep. I'm just saying that it's tempting because it's been a while. We've been getting these warnings a long time, and we don't lose hope. Don't get weary. Don't stop being watchful. Like he's encouraging, don't go back to sleep. Stay watchful. Stay watchful. I'm right here. And so anyway, I think that's just his encouragement, just saying, I see you're tired. Just hang on, stay awake, stay awake. Okay, so then the next part of the dream, I'm with my girls and we are, okay, I'm jumping ahead, but that's okay. So I'm with my little girls and I see my little she's 3.5, and we're walking into what looks like a kind of a shower. It's like a public shower though, and there's these two very tall women, and they were welcoming us in, and we had our clothes on, and they were just saying, "Okay, come on in." And I remember this warm water just showering over us, and I saw my little girl in front of me, and I saw her shirt getting all wet, thinking, and it occurred to me, oh, her clothes are on. It's okay though. It's okay. She'll be fine. And it was just like the water was so warm. It was just felt so good. And then I suddenly turned behind me, and there was my other daughter coming in, and she's just turned 8. And she was coming in behind me, and she's like, Mommy, we make really good partners. And I think that's just something for my waking life, because we team up a lot with our homeschooling, and we learn things together a lot of times, and we memorize things together. And I hate to teach her or have her memorize something that I myself don't. So we just team up a lot, and it's like I think we make a really good team. So I think she was just reinforcing that. But I think what this symbolizes is just the Lord's blessings showering down on us like a real shower. It felt like this warm water. These two tall women may have been angelic beings. I mean, I don't know for sure. They just were these lovely women, very smiling, and they were just welcoming us in, like, just relax and enjoy, just feel the showering, like invigorating water, bringing, just feeling good. So that was just another small segment of the dream, but it was very vivid. I felt like that was just really deep in my memory when I woke up. Okay, so then that little segment ended, and then I'm now in my next part of this same dream in a different area. I'm outside, and I'm walking through like a bunch of, like, it's a big public area, like maybe like a big courtyard or something in a city, and there's people everywhere. And I see this young man catches my eye, and he's walking by. I'm like, that looks like Jesus. I'm like, there's Jesus. And he's brown hair with a goatee, and just, and like this white, I see like he's wearing white, but he walked by kind of fast, and I didn't see his whole outfit. I just mostly saw his face. And I thought to myself, that looks just like the Lord. But then I talked myself out of it. I said, no, he wouldn't be just walking through a public space like this. All these people around. Like, what are the chances you're in a public space and you see somebody and you say, hey, that's Jesus. You just kind of talk yourself out of it. And what I think that means is that, and it's weird because what was going on in my life at that moment, I thought that I told myself in my mind that can't be Jesus, because it didn't make sense that he'd be walking around just like that. And what I wrote down later is that I had a bad day, a really bad day, the day before this dream. And I had gotten mad at God and just feeling like they had left me. Like I felt very alone, and I felt very far. They just felt so far from me. Like I was just so tired. Things from this life just beat you down after a while, and you just get fatigued. And I think that's also part of the earlier in the dream when he's like, don't fall asleep, don't give up, don't go back to sleep, stay awake, stay awake. And I think it was just like encouragement. And then they had that shower of blessings. Like that was encouragement also. Like I feel like he was just trying to get me back on my feet and say, don't, come on. I know it's a long race, but you're almost there. And Jesus was showing me after I'd had that rotten day, I saw his face in a crowd in my dream, and he's saying, I'm right here. I'm right around you. I'm right among you. And you chose to talk yourself out of believing that it was not really me. And he was showing me myself in the dream, like what I do. He feels far from me, but that's just me thinking that. He's showing me a dream. I'm right here. I'm right among you. You even got a glimpse of me and you still didn't believe it. And so he's encouraging me, saying, I'm right here. He gave me a glimpse of himself, I think, just to kind of encourage me. I just feel so good saying, I'm just making this video. I just could feel like, oh, he's giving me such encouragement. Even as I'm saying it, it's all clicking into place. So I think it was just to comfort me, to remind me that he's right here. He even gave me a glimpse of him. Okay, so then, okay, I'm just making sure I covered everything. Did I cover everything? Okay. Oh, and then one other part, and again, all the same dream, all these little snippets going on. I see a young man, different man, and he's wearing this like brown woven, like a knitted sweater jacket, like just this light brown sweater jacket. And I just walked over and said, oh, that's mine. And I take it right off of him and start to put it on. But then suddenly I'm like, wait, what am I doing? This isn't mine. And it's like this wake up call, like, whoa, wait, what am I doing? This is his. And I take the jacket. I'm like, I am so sorry. And this guy was just kind of like smiling, like he was humoring me, going, okay. He never said a word. He just kind of smiled, like, okay. And I handed the jacket back to him. And I think what that symbolizes is I'm taking on a mantle that's not mine. Like I think I'm trying too hard. I'm trying to take on work that's not appointed to me. And I think the Lord has lined us up with very specific jobs and duties. And when they start to feel overwhelming and too much, it's probably our own fault. I think because Jesus says, I'm gentle in spirit. My yoke is not heavy. My burdens are few. And if we're feeling burdened, it's probably something we're doing to ourselves. And so I think that dream was just a reminder, like, quit spreading yourself too thin. I've called you just to do very specific, simple stuff. This is never going to overwhelm you because I'm not to burden you. I'm to take away your burdens and give you a very light yoke. So I think the dream was just, again, he was just showing me so much about myself in this dream, but he gave me so much important encouragement. And I know that if he's encouraging me, this can encourage you too. And I'm sure a lot of you are feeling very weary right now, maybe a little discouraged, not hearing him quite as clearly as you used to, or maybe not, but I know I needed that. I needed somebody to kind of lift me up a little bit, to shower me with encouragement, kind of recharge my soul. Okay, so that's the dream for this video, and I think I've got one more to share. All right, thanks so much, guys. God bless.